And Bingo was his name. Oh, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for coming and welcome to GQUAT Traditions Family Union Buzz. Kay Renee was here bright and early. Thank you, Maria Graham, for coming in and asking everyone to hit the like button on their way in. I finally got a message that I'm live. I will give myself a thumb up by using the phone, of course. How is everyone's day? Here on here in the Northeast of Connecticut 6B, it's been rainy and dreary. I saw one of my neighbors in the park this morning. She was walking her little dog. Hi, Sissy, Joanne Stevens. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Welcome. Hello, Uncle Roscoe, the jewelry spot. Valerie, I watched you today with your pink, doing the pink earrings. I was sewing like crazy today, quilting. Oh, thank you, Maria Graham. Thank you. Maria Graham says she loves my jacket. It was so dreary. I needed something, a lift today to give you guys a lift. Thank you for coming. Kay Renee, I watched you on your garden tour and your hair was looking gorgeous. Gorgeous. Well, it always does. But I just wanted you to know that I did see you. Crafty Leo, thank you for coming. Thank you for being a member of the Friends and Family Network. Mike's Chaotic Gardening, how are you, sir, with all of your little purple seeds that you're planting? Trying to make me jealous. Oh, 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 Maria Graham. This is the top. It's actually a little suit. I don't have on the rest of it. I don't have on the rest of it. Just the jacket and some leggings and a black t-shirt. I wear a black t-shirt and black pants a lot, especially when I'm creating, because when I wear bright colors or contrasting colors, I don't know, it does something to my brain when I'm creating and I don't see other colors, other possibilities of the things that I'm working on. I noticed that a lot of painters, a lot of artists wear plain monochromatic colors. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, is what's everybody been doing with their time, talent, and treasure since what's today? Saturday, Thursday, 2 days ago. Everyone speaking to everyone. Crafty Leo is speaking to everyone. Joanne Stevens. Those who are in the green are channel members. It's $1.99 to help support the channel, and it's really appreciated. That money will be used for the sole purpose of getting new equipment and upgrading my technology. Crafty Leo, when she is live, she has two or three cameras going. They have perfect views. Thursday when I moved my camera and I turned it around, I'm like, oh, it looks like it's a mess in here. It really isn't, but everything is so close. Maria Graham is working on a birthday gift for a friend. A friend. Oh, you want to hear something funny? Speaking of gifts, I make most of my gifts for my family and a lot for my friends. I have more than one friends, including you guys. Why? Because good friends become family, and family is everything. I was talking to Auntie Joanne one day, and I was talking about the subscribers, the people in the bushes. Everybody contributes to the channel, and I appreciate it. Hola, buenas noches, mi hermana, Yankee sister, Homestead. Can't catch up with her. Doctor's appointments every day this week. Oh, that's okay, sissy. That's keeping you healthy. You and Uncle Roscoe. I actually have several every week. This week coming up, I have two dentist appointments and my usual usual counseling appointment, and that's all I'm going to do. I make them wait. They want to misdiagnose my body or do everything. Crafty Leo says it's chaotic over there. Well, with a baby and children, how can it not be? That it should be. It should be because everybody should be active. Everybody should be giving having a good life. I remember once years ago when my daughter was a baby and we were at the family home and we always ate dinner. We always ate dinner as a family every night, every single night, every night. And even if it was only for a few minutes, people had to go somewhere and do something. And I don't know, I must have had some type of little recorder because they didn't have cell phones then. The phones, hello, Mala'a. Thank you for coming and welcome. And we appreciate having your pictures to see that you're a real person. G Mama grows hard in the garden. That's probably because there are more than one G Mama grows. You guys, when you pick your name, Google it, especially those of you start thinking of starting a channel. I know that you're thinking about it, Mala'a. Wow, Joanne, that's a lot, doctor. We did that the last of the month checkup. I'm doing all that so that my teeth don't fall out while I'm gallivanting in Arizona and doing everything, being a busybody. I'm so excited. What is it? 3 weeks away? La 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 la. I'm coming. I'm coming, Angel. I'm coming, Uncle Roscoe. Coming, Sissy. And oh, I was telling you about dinner. And my dad put Sonia, who was my daughter, on the table as a baby, and she was banging things, making noise. You could hear the family different discussions around the table. And even like on holidays, when we get together at mom's house, there are different people, different groups in different rooms talking. Everybody's laughing. There are different languages being spoken. Everybody's laughing, everybody's happy. My vacation is coming up fast. It ain't gonna be no vacation. I'm gonna be working. I've got silverware to polish. I've got plants to plant. I've got seeds to plant. I'm going to be the only person on my airline with three big bulbs of garlic that I'm not even going to take out of my fridge. I put them in there so that to give them some chill time because I'm going to plant them in the garden in Arizona as soon as I get there. G Mama Gross says, thank you and welcome to the chat. We appreciate you joining. And as Maria said, please hit the up button. Auntie Joanne said, that's right. That's right. She means about the work. About the work. That's okay. And you know the little featherweight machine that I like using here? Auntie Joanne has one that's much prettier. It has the scroll plate on the end. It's probably still in the room that I use for a studio when I'm there so that she can just close the door and it doesn't look like chaos is in the house. Yes, 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 y'all. So, what else is everybody? Hello, Butter Roll Boutique. Thank you for coming and welcome. What are you working on lately? For those of you who don't know Butter Roll Boutique, she's a crafter and she makes beautiful, beautiful things. How many of you create something with your hands? It could be with wood, it could be recycling metal or painting. Put a one in the chat if you create. If you create other than growing. I know a lot of you make your own plant supports. You do a lot of things. A lot of things. I see you guys. I always give the thumbs up. I always watch but it seems like so hard to get back to one of the videos you've seen, especially a short. It pops off while you're going up giving the thumbs up, and by the time you get back, they've got some channel from somebody you never knew, never subscribed to. Oh, Malaa, you crochet and embroidery. Embroider, thank you. Jags, J3GS Farm, the Slanga, Honey Slanga. Well, I'm sure you create. I've seen you with wood and stuff, making things, supports, and I know you make shelters for the chickens and the goats and everything. You guys, Jegs has honeybees, he has goats, he has big dogs, he has puppies sometimes, whether he wants to or not. And he's supportive of so many channels. He comes up, he goes live, and he's saying hello to everyone. I I I I see you. Yankee Sister said zero. Yankee Sister, please. You got that brand spanking, new to you, Spartan. You downloaded the manual. You have no reason not to get out there and put your pedal to the metal. I know the kids are waiting, and you've got fabric cut out. No excuses. No excuses. Your canning is coming to a wrap up, and the jewelry spot was kind enough. I don't know if she was in the chat when I showed the earring wires. I'm taking those to Arizona with me, and some beads. But you know what? The glass beads can be heavy. I put my little kit of that in there too. But Auntie Joanne has beads. I'm going to be all in her stuff. A lot of the stuff I have here, she has there. She has so much fabric. She has so much fabric. She doesn't really sew. Well, she hasn't sewn in years, but she has fabric. She has a stash. She has all those batiks, all those African fabrics that I especially love. I sent a panel out there already for me to work on to leave as a house gift when I go. I will be working. We will be in the den, the whole family will be putting blocks together. And it's so much fun doing things together. Socks in the Garden, hello. Thank you for coming and welcome. Yankee Sister's laughing. She knows she's shady. All the excuses. But she does put together planners. And Yankee Sister, just for the record, the only thing that's still blooming in the garden is that geranium that you gave me, that you started from a little baby. It's so big and it still has like 3 or 4 blooms on it. This is something, you guys, that I'm working on. I do it, it's knitting, and I always, I guess I have one stitch on this side. I knit dishcloths. This is like the corner to corner style and camo, masculine camo jags, and it looks nice in the kitchen. It's neutral. But when I am sitting, I take the handicap bus to a lot of places because they drop you off, they pick you up. If you're shopping, you have your little push cart. It wouldn't be Auntie Ellen if something didn't fall over. Something didn't fall over. And that's because I'm moving all around with both hands. Yankee Sister says hers are still pumping. Hers are still pumping. Crafty Leo, in addition to the crafts, in fact, if you type her channel name in, it says Crafty Leo Cooks. She throws down in the kitchen. She cooks, she cooks, she cooks. So I take this knitting so that when I'm on the bus waiting to go, waiting to be picked up, waiting, I have a doctor's appointment in this bag, as a matter of fact. I guess I need to put it on my schedule. Oh, this is for January for the rheumatologist. Keep these bones cranking. These bones, boy. I had someone helping me the other day, and I was moving. I heard a little noise. I'm like, did you hear that? She said, yes, I heard that. She said, what was that? I said, that was my hip. I think we may experience frost this week. It's going to, no, y'all might be experiencing frost. I'm on my way to Arizona. Arizona. And I had my ticket all booked. Hello, David Corey with Crop. Thank you for coming and welcome. I've been seeing you walking around with your, of course, of course, giant, what is it, 40 something, 48-pound watermelons. I saw Planner TV with I think 68-pound pumpkin. Oh my gosh. I would be making pumpkin everything. I like to cook my pumpkin, can it, whatever, and then put it in dishes throughout the year when they don't have pumpkins. Speaking of growing things, I don't know if you guys, I don't watch the Doomsday. Hello, Barb Brownlee and Darthex. Thank you for coming. I don't know if you watch the different channels, a lot of the prepping channels. Well, everybody says to save extra things. I have stuff stashed everywhere in the pantry, in closets. I have my sofa. It has a metal frame. My sofa. You see it sometimes when I'm turning around because it's on lifters and it's leather. It has a heavy metal frame on it. I have them on special lifters. They're architectural lifters. I have stuff underneath there, neatly under there. I have canning jars. I have the tins that you cook in. I have fabric that is sorted for different projects. Oh, speaking of fabric, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Can you guys see this bag? This is the giant heavy duty upcycled denim hobo prepper bag. Do you see how big this bag is? Even holding it up, it's 21 inches long and it's 22 inches wide. I have the sides folded under so that it doesn't look so big. It's not so bulky on your shoulder. It has extra large straps so you can have it on your shoulder and reach inside. For those of you new in the bushes, it has this button. It looks antique. It looks like leather, but it may be leather. It may be leather because I have some pricey buttons that I bought some time ago and it was in there with my button stash. And this one is not a tie. This one, because I knew I was making it, I designed these bags because my daughter asked for a denim bag. She was going to give me the pants that she wanted me to make them out of, the jeans. But I had these jeans that my granddaughter gave me. They were all children's pants. That's why you see, that's why I want you guys who are upcycling denim, like, you see this block? The reason it has a vertical seam in it is because with children's jeans, I cut these blocks in 7.5 inch squares. I couldn't get a 7.5 inch square without going over a seam in children's jeans, and I cut them up. Then I had some fabric. Hello, you grow row. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. And I had this fabric that looked like denim that I made the little thing that I connected with. And inside, for those of you who are new, the entire inside are four giant giant pockets, giant pockets. They come up all the way up to my elbow. So when you're traveling, hey Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. So when you're traveling, you can put your stuff in here, your makeup, your things you need, your medicine, and it won't just all be in the bottom of the bag. The bottom of the bag is double reinforced with 2 layers of needlepoint plastic. The needlepoint plastic on both sides is wrapped in cotton batting, and then it's inserted in the seam. I have this method that I design of inserting it so that it doesn't fall out. And of course, it's jeans. The whole bag is washable. Is washable. Funny story about this bag though. I cut up all the fabric that I had. This was like a side project and I have been wanting a jeans bag. I don't have a hobo bag. The one that I had that I made for myself years ago, one of the subscribers wanted. And I said, well, I'll teach you guys how to do it. I'll teach you how to do it for free. No, she wanted that one. And guess what? I sold it to her. She really loved it. So there's this bag. Of course, this apron is still there. Why? I have to put the grommets on it. I didn't get to it because I'm doing this rush project. The Jewelry Spot says that's a great bag. I will be giving a Zoom class on this because it's a little more complicated than I can do in a live. And I want you guys who really want to see how to do it. I want to be able to give you detailed information. Hey, Teresa Bailey, how's the weather up there in Maine? And what I do ahead of time, I've had these squares cut up for months, maybe a year, and they were underneath the sofa. The tote that they're in, that's where it resides. I have some black little plastic totes under there with things in it. So these are the straps for the next bag. But guess what happened? I posted this bag. I was so proud of her. And of course, you can fold it up and put it away. You can put it inside your regular suitcase. It's washable. It's all those things. And I posted it on Facebook because my daughter is not on Facebook. And I figured I'd give others a sneak peek at what I've been working at. Well, guess who saw it? My granddaughter. And my granddaughter said, Nana, I love that bag. And I said that it was her children's clothes and she gave me the fabric. She says, Nana, I love that bag. Is that my Christmas present? So I had to tell her, no, that's your mother's Christmas present. But I'm working on another one. The second one will be for her. So the one that I was going to make for myself, this is the love we share and family. The one I was going to make for myself, which is this one, I have the actual bag pieces. Let me put this down so you can see. And I don't have to hold my arms up so bad. My rotator cuff is a mess, but I'm not doing it. When I come back from Arizona, I'll take therapy. I'll do swimming in the warm pool. I'm not doing that. So this is the front or the back of this bag. Again, you see where this is the seam. I don't want to get lipstick on it. These are seams that I actually had to sew together to make a square. David Corey, you remember when I was talking about making back a year ago about making a denim quilt? Well, it's not going to be a quilt. It's going to be bags. So here's the back of it. And this is what it looks like on the inside, all seamed up. All different colors. I'm just giving you guys an idea of what you can put together. And what makes it look so cool is that it's not matchy matchy. So that leaves me at the position that I still want my bag. I still don't have my own personal big hobo bag. So I went back down into the scraps, and I'm not going to do it now because I don't have time. Hello, Planter Garden TV. Thank you for coming, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks all of you for coming. And if you're here on a replay, thank you for coming and welcome. And please leave a thumbs up, a comment, so that I will know that you were here. Planter TV, I just mentioned about your 68-pound pumpkin. That was amazing. So, you guys, I went into the dregs. Into the dregs. I don't know if any of you make wine or ferment anything. When you do, there's always sediment in the bottom. And in winemaking, it's called dregs. I've been making quality wine for over 50 years. Auntie Joanne will tell you plum wine, you name it, wine that explodes, rice wine that is so strong. I don't know how many of you have traveled or gone to Japanese restaurants. Sake is a rice wine. That's what it is. And you don't drink it by the glass, you drink it by the shot. I made some one time when I was in California, and it's just juice at first. It's just rice and raisins, and it was fermenting. So I would come home from work, get a little juice glass of this wine to taste it. Oh, Yankee Sister, thank you. Yankee Sister has been a member of the Friends and Family Club for 3 months. Thank you. It was a quilt starter, and that was underneath there. As a matter of fact, Yankee Sister, no, we can't do that. The squares that you have cut out, we need to make the rag quilt that you started, because your grandkids need something to cuddle under when they get under. They've seen Auntie Ellen's. They've seen Auntie Ellen's. So, you guys, allergies are acting up. How can allergies act up? When I went to the park, the lady was saying that the leaves are not pretty this year, like when Yankee Sister usually comes over this time of year. They're just turning brown and falling off. So this is all that was left. But look at this. This is really going to be a cool. This is going to be a very large hobo bag. And I'm going to put the camera down again. You guys don't need to look at this mug. So the bottom part, the only piece I could find left was a pocket. So this is going to have an outside pocket. This block, I'm just showing you how you can use whatever you have. This block, get some of the light in here. This block is I sewed together, and I made it like a rag quilt with a fringe on it, so that as it gets older, it will shred even more. And these camo pants, I know these belong to my great grandson Cam, and so this bag is going to have all kinds of scrappy colors. It's going to have, just showing you guys how you can mix and match pants and things that you have. And this is the back of what will be my bag. And again, couldn't find a plain piece of fabric, so this pocket will be on the outside at the top. So it's going to have to wait until I come back from Arizona for the big 3/4 of a century celebration. I Yankee Sister said, yes, the leaves are not as vibrant this fall. That's because you didn't come over. You and Lorraine T, you didn't come over. I don't know what you're working on over there. What you were working on over there. So I think that about does it for the things I have over here. How many of you would like to let's make some postcards, because fabric postcards, hashtag fabric postcards 2023 for any of you who are making fabric postcards. Thank you. Maria Graham says, very nice. I am working on a Christmas quilt, and I have to, it's going to be a smaller quilt, but it is unnecessarily detailed and complicated. Of course, I can do it. I know how to do it. It's just making time when I have all these other projects going on, and a life and a family. And I'm going to make it out of some of the fabrics that are going into the Christmas quilt. The Christmas quilt is an international project with a quilt group that I belong to on Facebook. If any of you would like to to join, yes, I said on my live, uh, I posted that Tina, the New Orleans gardener, is home from the hospital and doing better. Those of you who prayed for her with me on Thursday, please continue to pray for her and pray for each other. Oh, I was going to tell you about the prepping and the crops. Do you know? I hope some of you people were laughing at me when I planted potatoes. They were saying potatoes are cheap. I don't know if you noticed, even last year in the wintertime, there were not many potatoes in the stores. The potatoes that were there were tiny. Oh, you saw my post, Yankee sister. Thank you. Prayers. G Mama Gross sends prayers. Tina, we're praying for you if you hear or see this replay. And potatoes are a shortage because of the weather in Idaho and that part of the country. There is a corn shortage. Why does that matter? Because corn, even the non-GMO corn, which is little, is so used for the feed for the chicken. Read the ingredients, those of you who buy commercial feed, for feed for pigs, for cows, for horses, for everything, and for us. What would we be without cornbread? I know I throw down in the kitchen on some homemade cornbread. I haven't used the box kind in 50 years, I know. I make cornbread almost every night when I'm in Arizona. Other kinds of bread, I bake. You guys will see a lot more cooking videos, because I will be cooking every day. And I have someone who loves to sneak around. Yes, corn is also used for fuel. And there's someone in Arizona who likes to sneak around with her little camera when I'm busy concentrating on my little tasks. Her name is Auntie Joanne. So I'm sure I will be uploading footage from her phone. Last time I was there, she uploaded one that was so long she couldn't email it, she couldn't send it. It's probably still on her phone. I'll find it and upload it. Shanti Joanne said, "That's right, that's right." So there will be plenty of cooking and eating videos in Arizona, and crafts and doing other things. Maybe Auntie Joanne and possibly even Uncle Roscoe will come up with me. So let's go over Nikki, the everyday life. What? Wait a minute. What? Yeah, it's the second or third week. The everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. Yankee sister stirring up stuff. Capture every moment. Sweet Thumb says, hello, Miss Panky. Hello, everybody in chat. Oh, she creeps around there. Creeps around there. Okay, so I will leave my bell, but I'll be ringing it in my head. And let's go over and at least do a couple postcards. Excuse me if you see my black leggings. They're so comfortable. But you know what I do? I buy leggings and I don't buy them coochie tight. I don't buy them tight, tight, tight. I buy them extra large and I wear them like pants. So they're super, super, super comfy. So here I am. Let me scooch you over a little bit more so that, yeah, so that you can see what I will be doing. These are some of the fabrics from the international collection. These were shipped straight from, most of them, straight from Nigeria. And I'm going to push Bessie back. Bessie is the name of this sewing machine. And I will get out. This is my little case that I keep my postcard things in. You saw the video from Jody with T-Nog's update. She's sending prayers. Thank you, Barb Brownlee. Yes. So, this is a little case that I use. And these are some fabrics. I thought this would be nice for the tile on a roof. And inside, I already have, for those of you making postcards, I break it down. I make it easy. Hello, Robin Murphy. Thank you for coming. I have the backs already done. I have some fronts already done. I have some postcards already made. And we're going to make one today because I want to show you a way of quilting. I have some leftover I'll use some of this. I'll make a hut out of this on some other fabrics. I'm looking. This is what I do with all the little scraps. Your 80-year-old mother heard about coochie cutters for the first time. Not from me. You didn't tell her. You didn't tell her it was me. Mother, if you're watching, it wasn't me. It wasn't me, Mom. It wasn't the good daughter. She wouldn't do that. And for those of you wanting to create who haven't done it before, postcards are something that you can make that can be as simple or as complicated as you want, because they are a form of, what do they call it? Functional art. And with the 3 layers, the batting, the backing, and the topping, you can actually enter them in quilt shows. I've seen some really, really, really complicated ones. Here's some more scraps of African fabric. So let's just whip one up right quick. And these, for those of you who are just beginning Mala'a, I know that you're doing crochet and whatnot, but here's a little kit that comes from Wally World. I leave it in here because this is the only thing I use it for. And it comes with almost anything that you need for sewing, for quilting, for creating anything. And it has really sharp scissors in here. If I'm already doing something, have my quilting and sewing scissors out. Oh, guess what? Remember my squeaky scissors? Listen, no more squeak. Unbiased blew up my spot. Auntie, put some sewing machine oil on it. I knew that. So guess what? She no longer squeaks. She's 60 years old, but she's not squeaking. She's not squeaking anymore. So she's bound to do better work. This whole case Auntie Joanne gave me some time ago. But what I keep in an eyeglass case is my rotary cutter. And there's a little thing that I got from the Dollar Tree that I use for poking holes. Those of you who are making cards by hand, this little thing, this little thing is good for poking holes. I'll show you a homemade. Hola, Bougie Prepper. ¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien aquí. Yo y Yankee Sister in Connecticut. So those of you who are sewing by hand, you can use cardstock, or when it gets hard, you can poke a hole with this, and you can use this to crease things. And of course, I have the heavy duty, bigger rotary cutters. Dollar Tree even sells a $1 rotary cutter. It's not that bad, but you can buy, I already have blades for this size. I couldn't find, this is a 28 millimeter rotary cutter. I couldn't find mine. So guess what? It accidentally fell in my cart one day when I was at the Dollar Tree. So now I'm going to show you. You need a glue stick for putting the parts together. As I said, you can use a larger copy of cardstock for the backs of your cards and poke a hole. And let me just quickly grab some cards that were sent to me. That I want to show off. This one's from Ellen Campbell. And she made it. We exchanged. This is one with a little African hut on it. I like putting African huts on mine. Why? Because good friends become family. Family is everything. And you guys are part of my village. It takes a village to raise a child. And guess what? It takes a village to maintain an elder. The 80-year-old mother that's learning about cutters. I guess you all will tell her what Daisy Dukes are as well. Hello, charming Tracy Robin. Thank you for coming and bless you. I watch you in church. Maria Graham says beautiful colors. This is one of the cards I wanted to show you guys. It was made by Auntie Bev, and she has a cardstock stabilizer in the middle. This flower is fabric, totally fabric, and she hand stitched it. I can show you the back because it only has my address on it, and you guys are welcome to send whatever you like to my P.O. Box 2998, New Haven, Connecticut 06515. And she says, I'm the best. She's, it was like, keep stroking me, baby. And here is one from our beloved Maria Graham in beautiful colors. So that's what I do with my little scraps. Sometimes I send them to people without a note, and they're like, what the heck? Why'd she give me these little itty bitty pieces? These itty bitty pieces. So I'm going to turn this off and whip up a postcard before the chat comes on. So I already have, there's a back cut out. Here's some padding cut out. And let's create a card. So this is a technique that you would use whether you were making a quilt block or whatever. I keep a little case over here. I could take this case and go on a camping trip. I could sew you up. I could make something. I've got a tape measure in here. I've got thread. I've got scissors. I've got all kinds of needles. I've got curved needles. in case you really had to stitch something up. In case you really had to stitch something up. So I will show you how to do a flip and sew. I have my ruler here. This is my it's either Pellon or some type. And for this one, I'm just going to do a line. Then I'm going to find a strip of fabric or two. This is some really pretty batik. I'm going to sort of measure it, not exactly, and cut it with these newly oil. Ooh, that did cut sharp. That did cut sharp after I oiled it. Maybe I didn't need the new ones. So I'm going to put you down. And I'm going to find some strips that are already colorful and cut up because I like animal prints. I'm just for the purity heck of it to make it colorful. I'm going to put this one on. Get some red out here. And let's see. Maybe I'll put some black next. Yes. So what I'm going to do is put two pieces of fabric, right sides together. Put it near the line. Put this over there in the bag. The machine is already threaded. I'm working with it on an angle so that the bright light doesn't go in your eyes. I'm real sensitive to light. So in quilting, you sew everything a quarter of an inch, and I have a quarter of an inch foot on here, and I know that if I sew just inside the line, that it will sew a quarter inch seam. You don't have to stitch on here because we're going to be going around the edges. Clip the thread. Clip the thread. And guess what? By Thursday, you guys, I'm going to have additional cameras hooked up. That's a commitment. And I'm going to open this and finger press it. I'm going to put a piece of black on this side, not the other side, because that side already has fabric with black in it. I don't want it to be too dark and gloomy. Oh, look at me. These scissors, these 60-year-old scissors are cutting. Whoa. Whoa, baby. So I'm going to put you over here. And I want something bright. Let me see. Something bright to go on the other side. How about this? So you put right sides together, and it's a nice big piece. It'll go pretty far over here. And I'm just cutting this so that it won't be hanging off too far. Can't see the chat, you guys. Are you guys talking to each other or just watching? I just want to show you how fast you can make a fabric postcard. Hashtag fabric postcards. Fabric postcards 2023. Uh-oh. almost unthreaded my needle, but we've got this. Okay. Okay, you always put your threads in the back. Why? So that they don't get caught up and pulled down underneath while the stitch is trying to lock. If it's in the way, it'll pull it back. Only because I was talking, I don't know if I went to the end. That's the only reason I'm backspacing. You don't have to backspace on here. If I were making 2 postcards, if I'd started 2, I would just keep going and chain piece them. But this is what you will probably be doing at home. Going to flip this piece back. Oh, it almost comes to the end. And I'm going to sew this little black piece on this side. We are making, for those of you in the bushes or those of you just tuning in, we're making a fabric postcard. I'm not sure who else is coming live tonight, but if any of you know, you can post it in the chat. And we're all going over to the chat with Nikki and Bouger and Stacy. Can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, right? Okay. I'm just putting this down so that you can see what I'm doing. And these are just colorful. This is just going to be a colorful background. I'm going to put, oh, you guys, when you have corners of fabric like this, the head casings, 55, these are perfect for putting in the corners. Putting in the corners of things like postcards. So that's apparently why I saved this and why it's in here. And that's what we do with those funny shaped little scraps. So what I'm doing, I'm just putting these colors on here to use for a background because I'm going to put a little African hut on the front once I get this done. And I'm finger pressing it, and I need one more little piece for this side. And I think I will put, oh, guess what? I found another piece of a corner, and I will put it on this side. Don't you love it when things just work out? And you just use your creative process. Do these colors match? No, heck no. They're not supposed to match. This is supposed to be a piece of art, an accent. And you know what? When you make the postcards, they're 4 inches by 6 inches. And sometimes the post office won't take them if they're not. I use these scissors for my postcards. Teresa Bailey says she saves her crafts like that. Yes. And what I do, you see these are all ironed. That's because I keep them in the plastic bags. And guess what? When I hang up from you guys, even little pieces like this on the end, when I hang up, I'm going to put them back. I'm going to put them back in order. So you see this? How it looks like nothing? Well, we're going to trim it to this side. Normally, I would have, oh, this little corner goes over here. I think I might have clipped a little corner off. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to clip it straight ahead. These are 4 inches by 6 inches, and you can buy frames. at the Dollar Tree, at Wally World, on Amazon. You can buy frames when you get them, when you make them, and you can save them as miniature pieces of art. And I don't know if you guys follow like some of the art channels and whatnot. Well, the smaller art pieces sell for more money than a lot of the big ones. Why? Because I did cut that one off. See, I knew that little corner was missing. See, I accidentally cut the stabilizer, but I knew that corner wasn't square. Why? Because I sew all the time. So look at this. This isn't bad even by itself. But guess what? I have some little pieces over here that I saved. They're already square. I can put it this way or this way. I think I'll put it this way. Even though this is expensive fabric with the gold on it, I think it's too much. The gold side, nothing wasted. This gold side, should I put, if I put it down here, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's too busy. So I'm going to use the one thing about batiks and good fabrics, you can use the back. So I'm going to use that. That's going to be a hut. Why? Because it takes a village to raise a great grandmother. You see what's happening? This is going to be the roof of this hut or house. Okay. And you put it down. So how cute is that? How cute is that? I normally glue them down, but I'm not going to glue this one down because I'm going to go over to the chat, and I just want to show you how quickly you can make a fabric postcard. You already know the fronts are done. I mean, the backs are already done. So I'm just stitching around this little roof. Go across. Go down. My foot slipped off. I sew barefooted. Okay. Cut this so it doesn't get caught up. I know there's a piece underneath that I didn't catch. So guess what? This card is finished. I'm going to show it to you in 1 minute. And one of you sent me a fabric postcard, and this one will be coming to you. Okay. So here is a fabric postcard to show you how easy it is. And I already have a ton of these made. I make them in advance. I glue and sew this. And you don't need a fancy machine. You don't need a zigzag. I would, if you have a straight stitch machine, I would invest in a pair of zigzag. Yes, David Corey, they call them zigzag shears or pinking shears nowadays. I guess so that people know that that's how they will sew. So how long have we been over here? Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes? I just want to show you how long it can take you to make a wonderful gift for someone. Sorry, I know my hand's in the way, but I'm trying to hurry up. And so that I can get over to the chat with Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick, and Hands in the Dirt, and Bouger Prepper. Okay. All right. So look, you guys, it is ready to go. Literally, all I have to do is trim the strings and put the person's name on it. How cute is that? Hello, Odom. Thank you for coming and welcome. And this is how you make a fabric postcard. And I love having these little pinking shears. The old ones I said I was going to dedicate exclusively to making postcards. Ta-da! The only thing that I need to tell you, because I've done it before, is to, when you put the whatever you're putting on the front, that's the GQUAT Village Gathering Home, and I will put my name across here, sign it, you sign yours, and that's it. That's it. That's what you do with your scraps. So everybody, hello Gina. Thank you for coming and welcome. Please give a thumbs up before you leave. And if you like the content, share it out. Share it out. It'll do something with the algorithm. More people will see it. And it's just something fun to do. Who is there anybody who would not love to have a cute little card like this? These are the things that people love and keep forever and ever and ever. Okay. So Yankee sister, that's all you got to do. Just straight line sew, you and the kids. The kids can pick out the colors and line them up, and you can do the sewing. Thank you. This is an I in American Sign Language. This is an L. This is a U. This is I love you in American Sign Language. I love you. Thanks for coming, you guys. Go over to the chat. We have to. I go, I'm okay, Mom. I forgot to say that. Did it end? Not yet.